Hi Pot Gang, it's Beth here. I hope you guys are all doing well. Today we're doing a check-in on the seeds from the March box, which is the cucamelons, the red peppers and the basil. So let's start with the cucamelons. That's these ones over here. It's really common at this stage for cucamelon seedlings to be a bit leggy and a bit spindly, like they're reaching for the light. Not unusual at all, nothing to worry about. If yours look a bit leggy like mine do, I'd give them a bit longer before you repot them. Once they're a bit sturdier and they've got a couple of more leaves, they'll be okay to go into their own small pots. Next, let's talk about the red peppers. These are slow and steady growers as well, so they might be on the smaller side. If yours are a bit small, the way that mine are, don't worry about it. You might notice that some of your red peppers are ready to repot in the next week or so, but if not, if they're still a bit tiny, that's no problem at all. Peppers quite often are quite slow out the gates, and then they start putting on some more noticeable growth later on. And then the third seed from the March box was the basil. So you'll see that mine are very cute, very tiny little seedlings. Basil we don't repot, they stay in this small pot for its whole life, and as they get a bit thicker and sturdier and a bit more grown up, it will start looking a lot more like the basil that you know and love. And now I have to make a little confession. I must have got a bit mixed up when I was planting, and I somehow ended up putting my spring onion seeds and my basil seeds in the same pot. I'd been wondering why the pot with the spring onion sticker wasn't doing anything at all, and I'd been wondering what the long spindly seedlings were that were mixed in with the basil. And then suddenly it clicked and I realized what I'd done. But don't worry, I've rectified it now and we're all okay going forwards. So if you've had any planting mix-ups, don't worry about it, you are definitely not alone, and it happens to all of us. The good news is, as they grow and develop their true leaves, they'll become easier to tell apart, and they'll be a bit sturdier, so you can ever so gently separate them. So the main things to focus on at this stage are good light, gentle watering, and patience. These plants all grow at different speeds depending on the conditions that they're growing in. Pretty soon, you'll be able to move your pots outside. We would recommend looking up the last frost date in the area where you live, and after that date, get your pots used to being outside by putting them out for a bit and bringing them back in and doing the switch over kind of gradually. For the first week that you're getting them used to being outside, we'd recommend putting them outside during the day and bringing them in at night. After that first week, they should be good to go outside all the time. Don't worry if your plants are looking a little bit ahead or a little bit behind mine. They all grow at their own pace and they usually catch up once the light improves.